Let's talk about Halloween. You got to see Halloween Kills today, and
Woo!
I'm
Yeah, just came back from the pre. I just came back from this pre-screening, so I'm super excited.
I'm not gonna ask your thoughts yet because I'll tell the audience I was supposed to go tonight. Never got sent the invite for whatever reason. So couldn't get into the screening tonight, but Jose got to go. And I'm excited for him to have been able to do that. And so we're gonna get into his thoughts on Halloween Kills. So here is the review. Jose, talk about it, man. How
I was
was
gonna
the
say,
movie?
so a little prefix, a little bit like backstory before we get into this. I've never seen any of the Halloween films.
Oh, that's right. Let's talk about that too.
Dom was actually the one that we saw the very first Halloween and then Halloween 2018 because none of the other movies are canon.
Yeah.
So we literally in one night watched back to back both Halloween and Halloween 2018. So that was really cool because I'm not into scary movies at all. But when I watched these two movies, I realized okay, they're not like actual like scary movies where you have like jump scares every like 10 minutes. So I really enjoyed those movies, and I was like, he changed my thoughts on those movies, and I was really excited to go, watch this Halloween Kills. So yeah, just a little backstory. So
Yeah, we had to catch you up beforehand because you had told me you hadn't seen the other two. I was like, "Fuck." Well, if you're, well, my fear was like, what if you're the only one that gets the pass to the screening, right? And like I end up not getting it because you had it at that point, and like because you got yours pretty early. So I was afraid that myself or Adam weren't going to be able to go. So I was like, we better make sure that he knows what he's talking about before he gets on here, you know. So that was my thought. But
right.
anyway, go ahead. What'd you think?
Whew, man, where do I start?
All right.
Great film. Honestly, was a lot gorier than 2018. I'll say that.
Okay.
Um,
I'm hearing a lot of that.
um,
Yeah.
it had a lot of claps, during the movie, a lot of nice moment. Well, I guess not nice moments, but really sick moments where
Yeah.
people were like clapping and in the end of the movie there was a standing ovation, which was cool as well because it was a really good film.
Yeah.
This dude ain't human, by the way. I'm just saying that right now. He ain't human. The fact this dude can survive almost anything is insane. So yeah. No, I actually, I enjoyed myself a lot with this movie. I'm glad I went to go watch it. It was a packed pre-screening, by the way. All the seats were filled. Um, so I like sitting in the back of the theater. I got there like 30 minutes before, and I wasn't able to sit in the back, so I had to sit kind of in the front, which
Okay.
I didn't like that much because it wasn't one of those, where
Yeah.
you can like recline all the way back. I had to kind of like look up a little bit
Yeah.
to watch the whole film, so my neck kind of hurts right now, but
Yeah.
it was still amazing. Like I've said, I enjoyed myself with it, and I can't wait for the next one, 2022.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, let's run through this cast though for a second because for me, the thing that I would want to ask about is, I mean, I'm assuming Jamie Lee Curtis is fantastic in this, and she wasn't the
oh,
first one. Yeah.
I mean, she was, but the other thing too is that she wasn't super involved in this movie,
Yeah. Well, I was
and
going to
and
ask
you'll
about that.
and you'll see why.
I was going to ask
Obviously when you
about
watch the
that because
film.
based on the trailer, it seems like she's sitting in the hospital the whole time. So I don't know if that's kind of how it is, but
No, yeah, it is.
okay. Yeah. Well, it's kind of, it could be derivative of it, but it could be an homage. Just depending on how they do it. I mean, again, because if you watch the non-canonical Halloween 2, that that movie takes place in the hospital the entire time. So putting her in the hospital could be a tribute to that, or people could look at it and say it's too derivative of it. I don't know. So that could be possible. I know that this is going to basically bring in a squad of people though that are going to go after Michael. I know that's kind of what we're looking at from the plot standpoint, right? Is we're getting a squad of
Yeah,
people together.
there's a lot of Tommy
Yeah.
and the mom, Karen and her daughter. There's a
Yeah.
lot more of them in this movie, and all the other the babysit the mom. No, who was it? One of the moms who had one of the people babysit. She survived.
Okay.
She was in that a lot too, and a couple other people who were in Halloween. Original are the ones mainly in this new movie.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I wanted to ask too about, because I think the last time I personally saw this guy in anything was probably what's the movie? Edward Scissorhands. Anthony Michael Hall is playing Tommy Doyle in this movie. I wanted to ask about him and how is he coming back
oh,
onto the scene for after years.
great. He was really good because again he was one of the main people in this film and he played amazing. He was so good. Honestly,
Yeah,
it was great.
yeah. Let me ask you this without spoiling it, because I want to know in terms of the plot. Does this give any more significant story information that we should look out for, like something that could be a surprise to some people?
Yes, there's a
Okay,
lot in this film
this
that
okay,
people should look for, especially going into this next movie that's coming out next year.
okay, all right, cool.
For,
That's
for
that's
sure.
that's we could cut that there because that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Is if there are things that are pushing the story forward, and like
Yeah.
information pieces of things that
For
we might
sure.
not
There
expect
is.
coming out of it. So that's cool. Makes me
I'm gonna
more
just say,
excited.
especially the ending. Just the ending is especially it pushes the story for sure.
Seems like people are very divided on the ending. Like one of the things I keep hearing, and I'll just have you confirm or deny this, is that when you get to the end of it, people are saying that it kind of suffers because it's the middle chapter, and you kind of need the last chapter to know how good this one is. Like we need to know where it goes before we can judge it fully, kind of thing. Is that true? Or
I mean, I can see that a bit. Yeah. I mean, I just didn't see it coming at all. Um,
okay.
um, but yeah, no, there's some truth, some not. But I mean,
I can tell you're trying
everyone
to be
has their
very
opinions.
careful
So
right now, so I don't want to take you down that road too much, because I can see there's
I'm
something
I'm
here that you're really keeping in, and I can't wait to talk to you about it. I know how this
I'm
feels, so
trying. I'm
I know
trying.
how this feels. So
I'm
let's get
trying
back into the
hard. I'm
cast
trying.
part of it. Judy Greer, like I think you and I both agreed in the first movie. Her as Karen, she was very in the beginning. She was annoying a little bit, right? Like she was kind of like like listen to Laurie Strode a little bit more, like she was kind of, but then at the end they kind of made a twist with her character and she was super badass by the end of the Halloween 2018. Does she carry that kind of toughness and badassery forward in this film, or is there a little bit more? Is
No,
no, there's pushback.
no.
Okay.
She's basically going back to that Karen side of
Oh
her, where she,
no. Oh no.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no.
That's definitely and I could tell you that's what me and the whole theater were feeling is like, oh my gosh, this again. Why?
Yeah. Well, okay, let me ask you this.
Well,
Like,
except towards the end, she switches that badassery again.
okay, well, let
Um,
me ask you this though, because is there a piece of information that, without spoiling it, I know it's hard, but was there a piece of information that Karen is given that informs her to kind of get set back a little bit? Is there
yeah,
something along those
yeah,
lines? Yeah, okay.
there
So
is. Yeah,
I'm right on the right track, aren't I? Because I have a theory, but I'm not gonna
you've
say it.
got
Yeah.
you're nailing it. Honestly, like you're getting it all like on the mark, basically.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I do have a theory on this, and like I'm not gonna put it out there in case it is something and you
Right.
get too excited and confirm it. But all right. So the last piece of acting, last acting question or casting question I'll ask is, I think that this is somebody we got to look out for. I was telling you in this, Andi Mattichak as Allison, I think is an actress to look out for. I think she's going to have a really wonderful career when all this is said and done, and she'll move forward and do some really great things. Is she great in this as well?
She's the most badass. Honestly, she was so good. Her acting, um, you could just tell from her facial expressions in this movie. You could feel the emotions that she's feeling in the moments, and yeah, she's just incredible. Like
Yeah,
she's got an amazing career ahead of her. She's such a
yeah.
great actress, honestly.
I felt that in the first one. I think we got a new star on our hands. That
And
somebody who can.
you'll feel it. You'll definitely feel it in this film a lot more, honestly. I think than in the other one because she's in this one a lot more than in 2018. So
Yeah. Here's another thing too. I guess not so much a casting thing, but something that I was scared that I would be bothered by, and this is in the trailers, folks, so it's not a spoiler. It does seem that the douchebag guy is coming back into the fold that dumped Allison in the first one. Is this an aspect that you found to be annoying in the movie, or did it serve the story really well?
well,
Without
he
saying,
changed it.
Yeah.
as he changes in this film for sure.
Okay.
And their relationship's a lot different in this at least from where it ended in 2018 to
Right.
this film. It kind of they kind of it switches and the relationship kind of gets better. I'll
Okay.
say.
All right. Again, without giving too much away. I
Right,
mean, we
right.
kind of had a feeling from the trailers that maybe they might try something like that, but I think that, like, without giving too much away, that's a good place to end that. Let's talk about, I mean, David Gordon Green. I think phenomenal behind the camera in the first film. Does he carry
Oh
that
my
forward
goodness.
here? Is there shots that are really creative, and does he get the,
He
yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah, he carries that and more. Honestly, he killed this movie. He did so well. Some of the shots in this movie are incredible. Everything that he brought to this directing wise to this movie was incredible,
Yeah.
and I can't wait for the next one. Honestly, he's incredible director. Honestly, and
Yeah.
John Carpenter's score amazing.
Oh,
Honestly,
very present in the
yeah,
movie, I would imagine.
yeah,
I
yeah.
loved what he did in 2018 as far as the score goes, and I was really hoping we'd have another great
Oh yeah,
soundtrack on our hands here.
100%,
Yeah,
100%.
awesome. That's all good to hear. So I'll ask you this too, in terms of David Gordon Green as a storyteller as well, not just the director. I mean, does it feel like he has a plan? Would you get out of this movie? Does it feel like the story has a clear direction that he wants to go? Are you feeling that direction a little bit? Does it feel like he has a clear plan for what's going to happen in the next one?
I do, especially towards the end. I could see where this where he wants to go with the next film for sure. I can definitely see, the story's very clear. I've got my ideas already, and I can see. I mean, if he doesn't go this way, I mean, I can kind of see already where he wants to take this next one for sure.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to pacing, does it feel like the movie goes like that, or is it a little bit more? Do we kind of slow down in the beginning and then kind of build back into something? I mean, how's it paced a little bit?
Yeah, it's kind of slow in the beginning. Like it could have been paced a little better, but well, once that kind of beginning goes, the rest of it is paced very well.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you a different way, I guess. Can you, knowing that that's the case, like that it slows down, kind of builds into something, and like once it takes off, it takes off. Can you see it without the beginning? Do you think that the opening stuff needs to be there though? Do you think it's significant to the story? All of it.
It's significant in a way, a little bit.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that you could watch the movie without that beginning part. I feel like it needs to be in there. It just could have been, I guess, paced a little better.
Maybe cut down a little bit, and yeah, because I think
Yeah,
this movie has like it's an over 2 hour runtime, I believe. I'm not 100% sure
yeah, I
on
think it
that.
was because yeah, it started at like 7:40, I believe, and ended like 9:50, if I'm not mistaken. So it was like 2 hours and 10, something like that.
All right, yeah, no, fair enough. I think that was what I read as well.
Because it
Yeah,
did, because that's the thing is this movie it wasn't paced badly where I was checking my phone every like 5 minutes
sure,
to see what
sure.
time it was, so it was very well paced. It was just the beginning was like could have been a little better, but the rest of the film
Yeah, certain
greatly paced.
insignificant areas. Another thing I'll ask you too is David Gordon Green really does have great comedic sensibilities. I think he brought a lot of that to the first film as well. Is this film very comedic as well? On top of the horror, it does have a lot of funny areas. Okay, that's
There's
good to know.
there's there's a because it had the theater, like me and the whole theater there was parts where it just had us laughing for
Okay,
sure.
yeah, but
So
does it work like to where like it lands, or does it take away from the horror? That's
no, it definitely lands
he
because
uses it sparingly and well enough to where it, keeps the movie afloat.
I
And
mean, that's just
doesn't,
because
yeah.
we weren't like we weren't laughing the entire time. There,
Of course
when it
not.
came
I would hope not.
when it came, it hit right. So
Yeah.
he definitely used it right.
So is there something to this franchise now that you've seen I guess 3 chapters of this franchise if you include the original? Is there something about the direction that it goes in that feels extremely original to you? Like, does it feel like something that you haven't seen before? A little bit, because one of the complaints, and not mine personally, but I do understand where some people are coming from. Granted, you have not seen the non-canonical Halloween film, so we'll keep that in mind in your answer. But one of the complaints that people had for the first Halloween movie is that it did pay a lot of homage, so to speak, and sometimes felt a little derivative in that way of the non-canonical Halloween films, even though I think it's a good thing, because I thought that 2018 one executed it better than some of those non-canonical Halloween films, the things that they did try to pay homage to. For you, does it feel like this is going in an original direction? I guess is the overall question, or does it feel like it's coming from like an original creative mind?
100%, because I've never seen anything like this before. Obviously I've heard of Michael Myers, and that he's someone that comes out during Halloween and just like kills a bunch of people. But I had never seen this film before. Never seen like the
Right.
character development, like how he became Michael Myers and all this other stuff. So it's definitely an original idea that I've never seen before, and I'm actually glad that I got to watch this because I enjoyed it a lot, and it was great watching all three of these films.
Yeah. So is Michael Myers still a prick or not?
Prick in what way? What do you mean? Like,
Does he still kill people?
like still killing people?
Still kill a lot of people.
I
Is the
mean,
body count high?
is that even a question?
Yeah, I
Like,
know. I'm just fucking with it.
It's
Yeah,
it's
no. I
Michael
mean, listen, man. I mean, like, you are raising my expectations. I guess the last thing I'll actually ask you, and then I'll have you grade the movie, on our might go to forget about it scale. Where do you think
You mean
I'll
must go?
do you think I'll
You mean,
must
you
go to
mean-
forget about it scale? Yes. Do you think
Yeah, there you
do you think I will like this movie based
Oh,
on my
100%,
Okay.
100%. Because like, if you like 2018, then you will. I mean, there might be some parts like in all movies. There's some parts that you might not like, but overall, as a film, if you like 2018, then you'll
Yeah.
definitely enjoy this one.
Yeah. Actually, don't grade it yet. There's one more thing I want to ask.
Okay, go ahead.
Rank the movies, original 2018 to this.
Ooh,
Where do you throw this?
I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm definitely putting the original at the very bottom.
Wow. Okay. No, it's fair. It's fair.
Just I don't know, just because I guess it just comes down to technology, and
That's fair.
obviously this came out in '78, so their technology isn't as good as ours, but just the technology that he was able to have nowadays, I feel like he was able to showcase a lot more, a lot more, basically what he wanted to showcase with the original in these films. So just because I guess that technology wise, that's probably why I'd put it at it's a great film, obviously,
Right.
no discredit to it, but I definitely put that one at the bottom.
And then 2018 and this, which one did you like better?
That's what I'm trying to think, because like this one was great, but so was 2018. I'd probably put 2018 at one, and then this one second.
Okay. All right. So it's just would you say it's just like a little less great than the
Yeah,
2018?
all of them,
but- or-
all of them. Honestly, like they're all. I mean, like they're all just like slightly above each other.
I got you. Okay. No, fair enough.
Because they're all just great films. Like
Oh, I
this is
think so.
this is a great franchise, you want to say? I don't
Yeah,
know.
franchise.
It's just
Yeah, franchise
a
works.
great, honestly, great franchise. He did amazing with all these films, and I can't wait to see what's to come next. So
All right. Now the hard part. You got to give it a grade.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna say a must go.
Okay.
Like, if
All
you
right.
if you like this franchise, if you like the original Halloween and in 2018, then you'll definitely enjoy this film, and you should definitely go and watch this. And even if and if you're not, go ahead and watch Halloween the original and then 2018, and go watch this one, because it's a great franchise, great movies, and you'll definitely enjoy yourself with this movie. So
All right, folks, there you have it. We're going to leave it there for now until we do a spoiler review together on it. I'm going to go try to see it on Thursday night, and we'll see what happens. And then, yeah, I'll probably be watching it with the folks on Friday night at some point. So we'll see what happens again. But thank you, Jose, for going to the movie tonight. And yeah.
of course.
Yeah, so bringing that to us, that's awesome. So yeah, guys, let us know your anticipation level for Halloween in the comments, and let us know if you think this is going to be good. Have you had a chance to go to a press screening? Did you like it? Or let us know. But I'm excited for myself to see it, but mostly you guys, and to hear what you guys think. So should be fun. So yeah.